What's up, guys? Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I see a lot of people in the chat already. Good to see everybody. We got Wasted Dude, Guitar Zone, Retro Puffer. Oh, well, no one cares. Someone cares. I care. Dancing Flames, Six String Stanger Dave. Jamie's in there. Gable, Searching for Tone, Brian, Marlon, Critter Repair, for all your critter repair needs, Mitch, James, Tony. Yes, we are in the Shredder Zone. Indeed, we are in the Shredder Zone. And I'm glad that you guys could be here tonight with me in the Shredder Zone. And Gable says he was getting Don Dokken vibes there for a minute. Don Dokken vibes? Does Don Dokken do shred guitar solos? Because I wasn't singing, so I don't know where the Don Dokken vibes are coming from, but that's cool. Who else we got? Rito, Jimmy, the original Tyler Durden, not to be confused with all the copycats. He's the original. Amba guitarist. First time here. Very cool. Thank you, Amba. Angry Trucker Bob. Angry as ever. Tommy and Loki. All right. Very cool. Very cool. Handsome Ellie. Oh, he's here too. Adam. Yeah. And Chris. All right. Chris Mel. Chrismel or Chris Mel? I don't know. Okay. Now, Rod. Oh, we got Rod. Rod is grounded from buying guitars right now. So there won't be one in the near future. We'll find a way to sneak one in, Rod. Your wife's got to sleep sometime, right? Yeah. And then we got the guitarn. Did I say that right? Raging Skull. Okay, now, before I forget, I have to show, where is it? Oh, well, no one cares. Earlier, before the live stream started, he was in the chat saying he just got this guitar. His whammy bar is really loose, and he doesn't know where to tighten it or how to tighten it. So I'm going to show you right now. You watching? No one cares? I told you to grab the whammy, right? And do like a dive bomb, and guess where it is? It's right under there. Can you see that little black circle? Can you see that little nut? I told you it's right under the plate. But you got to push down on the bar. So you got to use one hand to push down on the bar, and then you use the other hand to put the little Allen wrench in there. The little hole is right there under the plate. You got it? Yeah. I had to do the same thing when I got this one. So when I got it, I put the bar in because there's no threads. You don't thread it. You just push it in. It just goes in like that. And when I first put it in, it was the same thing. It was like loosey-goosey, right? But look at now. See? Nice and tight. Nice and tight. And you know why it's nice and tight? Because I pushed it down, I put the little Allen wrench under there, and I tightened it. Easy peasy. Problem solved. And believe it or not, there was a time when I didn't know that those things were under there, and it wasn't this guitar. It was a while ago. It was another guitar, and I'm like, what the heck? There's no way to tighten this bar. And I think somebody told me in the chat, I can't remember, or somebody told me, I don't remember who it was, and they were like, dude, just push down on the bar. It's under there. And I was like, what the heck? And I did it, and I went and did that, and I was like, there it is. Makes sense. Because there's nowhere to tighten it up here, right? It's got to be something that can squeeze the bar, and so that's underneath there. Alrighty. So yeah, that's the Leo James ST Pro, the 24 fret 2 humbucker version. Because remember, there's two versions. This is the video that came out on Monday, in case anybody didn't see that video. Be sure to check it out after the live stream, if I can talk, if you haven't already. Gotta take a quick drink of my coffee here, guys. And yes, I'm drinking coffee at 7 o'clock at night. I know that's insane, but it's like super light. I barely put any coffee grinds in there, just to give it that little bit of like coffee flavor, just to satisfy my urge to have some coffee. How well does it stay in tune? Well, I just played it for 5 minutes, and I did quite a bit of whammy action. Not like Eddie Van Halen dive bombs, because it's not a double locking bridge. If you do like crazy dive bombs, it's gonna go out of tune, absolutely. And I think at the very end, I was playing like an A chord, and it sounded like it was out of tune. But that was after a lot of whammy use. So I'm not gonna say it stays in tune perfectly. No, it doesn't. But it stayed in tune pretty good until the end when I did a little more whammy action. So, Handsome Melody is thinking about getting one of the Tornadoes with the Floyd Rose. Okay, cool. I'm supposed to have a Tornado with the Floyd Rose coming to me on my way. I don't have it yet. I have the Diamonator with the Floyd Rose, but I haven't really messed around with that very much because I just had so many other videos that I've had to do. What do I like better, the ST or the Tornado? Well, if you're asking me about this Tornado here, the one that I reviewed, the one with the like that green finish, I would probably pick the Tornado just because I prefer a hardtail over a whammy. It's just, that's always my preferred bridge. But that's probably, and also not just that, the pickups in the Tornado are way hotter than the pickups in the ST Pro. Like in that bridge position, what did I say in the video? It was like around 10K. But in the Tornado, it's like 16K in the bridge. So that's another reason. Doroteo, it is not Senka. My dad would be disappointed. In fact, I hope my dad doesn't walk in and start yelling at me because it's not Senka instant coffee. Tom and Loki, welcome. First time. Appreciate you guys turning up tonight. Much appreciated. Wasted Dude says the Diamonator pickups are super hot. Well, that's what Guitar Max said in his video today, but I haven't tested them out for myself yet. I haven't even plugged the Diamonator in. I have one, and I showed it. I think I showed it last week, right? I haven't plugged it in. I haven't tuned it up. I haven't even really messed with it. So I'm sure they are. If Max says his are super hot, I'm sure mine have the same pickups. So we'll see. And I'm waiting to see if you guys watched the Guitar Max video. He had an issue with the locking nut. One of the little bolts was stripped out on the, not on the bolt, but on the part that's screwed to the headstock on the 6th string and the 5th string, like the top one, the little piece. So I haven't undone mine to retune it yet. So I'm curious to see if I end up having the same issue. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Oh, you got the Hurricane hardtail. Yeah, cool. Very cool. One of the deluxe ones? Because I think the only Hurricanes with the hardtail are the deluxe ones. But there's so many different models now, and he keeps like sharing the name. Like this one's a Hurricane, but then this one's also a Hurricane. And that they had the Tempest, and now they have some new Tempests, and it's like having trouble keeping track of what's what with all the different Leo James stuff. The color shift guitars, I have no idea. No idea. What makes the pickups hot or cold? Ew, you're asking like a technical question. Like, maybe somebody in the chat knows a little bit more about pickups than I do. I mean, as far as like hot, it's the amount of like output that the pickup is pushing out, and it goes back through the cable like into the amp. And when a pickup is hotter, you can get those pinch harmonics easier, the sustain lasts longer. Now, as far as the mechanical part of the pickup, I don't know if it has to do with the windings, because they wind those the wire around it. I don't know. I really don't know. Would Leo James Solace be good for punk and grunge tones? Probably. I didn't really do punk or grunge tones when I did the demo on that one, but that's a pretty versatile guitar. You're talking about that. If I can move my head out of the way, you're talking about this one right here. That's the Solace Max, the fishing bird. So yeah. Do I like 7 strings? I've messed around with a couple of 7 strings, or maybe only one, an IYV 7 string. And it's not really my thing, getting those, it's got that low string on the top, those John. That's not really my style. and it was kind of confusing for me having that extra string on the top, so it's kind of confusing like what I was playing. I'm sure I could get used to it if I played it consistently, but I'm happy to stick with my 6 strings. Okay, so a lot of good information in the chat about the technical aspects of the pickups, stuff that I don't even really know. You know, I just know I like a hot pickup for the kind of stuff that I do and the kind of sounds that I want to get. You know, I like that hot pickup. Brian's Gate wants to know if we're going to discuss the Ricotta t-shirt. Well, we are Brian's Gate. I guess we could discuss it now, right? Let me bring it over here and show it to you guys. You want to talk about limited edition? Well, it doesn't get any more limited edition than this. Well, I suppose it could be more limited edition if there was only one. But there aren't many more than one, if I can get it straight. There we go. There we go. So, Ricotta guitars, and the color is supposed to be sort of like a distressed white. So that's not like, oh, I washed it and some of it came off in the washing machine. No, it's supposed to be sort of a distressed white finish. So it's like that on purpose. Okay, so I have a few of these. Like literally, how many do I have? 5. I have 5 of these shirts available if anybody wants to buy one. Let me tell you what they are, first of all. Black t-shirt, 100% cotton. Okay, so black t-shirt, 100% cotton with the Ricotta Guitars logo printed on there. I got these from Temu. So full disclosure, guys, I went on Temu. Did you guys know that Temu does personalized stuff? Like you can get personalized t-shirts, coffee mugs, various things, all kinds of stuff. So I had these printed up from Temu, and they turned out surprisingly good. So if anybody wants to buy one, the 5 that I have, I'll tell you the sizes. $20, that includes the shipping. So $20, free shipping. You send me $20 on PayPal, friends and family, give me your address. I will send you one. Here's what I have, guys. I have 1 medium. That's it. I had 3, but the other 2 are spoken for. 1 medium, 2 large, and 2 extra large. That's it. 5 shirts. 1 medium, 2 large, and 2 extra large. So if anybody wants to buy one, send me an email. My email is thebaldshredder@gmail.com. Thebaldshredder@gmail.com. Okay. If anybody wants to buy one. If you don't, hey, that's cool. No biggie. No pressure, guys. But email me, thebaldshredder@gmail.com. And you have to be able and willing to send me the $20 on PayPal, friends and family. And then I would mail it out to you. Okay. What was the question here? Is Ricotta Guitars going to be at the NAMM show? Dave, 6-string stanger, Mr. Smart Alec. Well, all I can tell you about that, 6-string stanger, is that somebody will be at the NAMM show wearing that shirt. So a Ricotta Guitars t-shirt will be at the NAMM show. And that's close enough as far as I'm concerned. You know what, guys? I didn't have a bunch of shirts made because I wanted to test it out. I wasn't sure like if the shirts would be any good or not, being that it's Temu, right? I wanted to see like what's the quality of the t-shirt, what's the quality of the print, you know. So I didn't order like 50 shirts. I literally ordered way less than 10, and now I'm down to 5. And I did have 1 extra large, but somebody in the members only live stream bought it last Sunday. But I'm planning to make some more shirts, guys. And when I make some more shirts, I will get some more extra larges. And not just not just that shirt, but I have another design for a different shirt that I think is kind of clever and kind of neat. And I'll have some of those made up pretty soon. But I'll be sure to get at least a couple of the extra larges, guys. So if you're interested, I'll have some at some point. Doroteo, what magnet do I prefer? You already know. You know the answer to that. You know I like Alnico 5. You know this. Okay, guys. Now, if you read the title of the live stream, it said end of year, blowout, clearance, whatever. So I have 5 guitars that I'm going to offer up for sale tonight, right here, right now. And before I show you the pictures of the 5 guitars, here's the deal. Any one of these guitars you want is $75 plus the actual shipping. $75 plus the actual shipping. The shipping charge is going to depend on where you're at, what your address is. So if you want one, you have to email me with your full address, and then I'll go into Pirate Ship and put it in and see what the shipping is, and then I'll email you back, 75 plus whatever the shipping is, and that's what you would have to PayPal me, friends and family. Okay? So $75 plus the cost of shipping. And every single one of these guitars has a gig bag. So they all have a gig bag. None of these guitars have like the little mini amp. I think one of them, no, I think 2 of them. When I did the video, the package included like the little tiny mini amp, but there's no mini amps, guys. Okay, so if you buy one of these, you get the guitar, you get the gig bag. Some of them might have a little bit of accessories like the tuner and the cable and the extra set of strings and whatever. Okay, so don't get too excited, guys. They're nice guitars, but I'm not selling like a $1,000 guitar. Here, first one. Here we go, guys. 75 plus shipping. It is the Relict California Strat from Bahamut, which was actually a pretty nice guitar. Well made and plays well. And then we have the Kahaya Strat. You don't see the gig bag, but it includes the gig bag. So the Kahaya Strat with the blue sparkly finish. Whammy bar included. Next up, we've got the Acklot Telly. I forget the actual name on it, but the Acklot Hardtail Telly with 2 humbuckers. And next up, we've got the Acklot Strat, black, that is black color. Okay. And I think the next one is the last one. The Acklot Dinky. Now here's the thing on the Dinky, guys. Check out this close-up picture. There's one little, right in the middle of the screen there. You see that little mark on the finish, like close to the binding? Kind of looks like an arrow shape. So that's like a little nick in the finish. It actually was that way when I got it. I didn't do that. That's the way it was since day one. So I'm going to go through these again, guys. And what I did earlier is I looked up the current price on Amazon for each one of these. Current price on Amazon. So going back to the California Strat, current price on Amazon is $230. The Kahaya Strat, current price is $240. The Acklot Telly, $199. The Acklot Strat is $136. And the Acklot Dinky is $199. So those are all the prices on Amazon right now, just so you know, like, well, what's, how much more is it on Amazon, or how cheap is it, or whatever. So again, if anybody's interested in one of those, email me, thebaldshredder@gmail.com. And yes, Brian, $74.99. I'll go ahead and take a penny off. So $74.99 plus the actual shipping. There you go. I'm gonna take a breather for a second. That was a lot of talking. I'm trying to clear out some inventory. Like, I've got too much stuff here. Too much stuff. And don't get the wrong idea that like, oh, those, you're selling those because those guitars are, you hate those guitars or they're bad or anything like that. That's not the case. But I don't need 500 guitars. I've got to get rid of stuff. I've got to clear out stuff. There's no point in me keeping every single guitar that comes through here if it's just going to sit in a gig bag or sit in a box and literally never get looked at and never get played. So it's better to go to somebody that's going to play it and enjoy it. So there we go. And by the way, if nobody buys those or any of those that don't get sold, those will be in my eBay store pretty soon. At a slightly higher price, of course, because I got to pay like eBay fees and all that, Well, no emails so far. So anyway, $75 plus shipping. There you go, guys. All right, guys. Guess what? Coming up tomorrow, I've got another sponsored video from Temu. I was just talking about Temu, the Ricotta shirts, right? They didn't give me those Ricotta shirts for free. I had to buy that. I bought that, yeah. But I do have another Temu video tomorrow with a whole bunch of guitar stuff. Here's one of the items you're going to see tomorrow. It's an Eddie Van Halen guitar pick. That's in my Temu haul for tomorrow. And if you were here last Wednesday, you got a little preview. I showed the clip of me playing one of my guitars with the Eddie Van Halen guitar pick. That'll be in the video tomorrow. Hey, we got Seabass here. Seabass. Glad to see you. Rod, don't talk yourself out of it. Talk yourself into it. You're never going to see that guitar at that price again. Most likely. Unless somebody like in your local area is selling one, maybe. But even then, they'd probably be asking like over $100 for it. What about the ERT? Sorry, Doroteo, I am not selling the ERT. And I'm definitely not selling the Charvel. Not a chance. No way. RJ's Cave says email sent. Let's see. Did I get an email from RJ's Cave? Well, I got one email from somebody, but oh, there it is. I think. Yep. I got your email. RJ's Cave. So here's the interesting thing about the Temu video. When they contacted me recently, like about doing another Temu sponsored video, and I was like, okay, yeah, let's do the sponsored video. And then he was like, how about 2 videos? I was like, oh, okay. So there's gonna be one tomorrow, and then 2 weeks from tomorrow, there will be another one. And the one, of course, I want you to watch the one tomorrow, but the one 2 weeks from tomorrow is the one you're really going to want to see. Yeah. Let me just say, I'll give you a little hint. It rhymes with whack mild. Yep. You can figure that one out. So what else is going on, guys? What else? Now, coming up on Monday next week. Hold on, I think somebody's knocking at my door. Hello? Hello? That might be Buddy. Let's go see if Buddy's at the door. Oh no. It was my imagination. I got ghosts here. I thought somebody was at the door, and I thought it was Buddy's little paws trying to get in here. I'm wrong. Steel Panther should have me as a second guitarist. Yeah, I agree, but I don't think that would work because I think it would be too much of a. It would be too hard on a Satchel's ego. I don't think he could handle it. That much lickage in one band, you know? It wasn't Buddy. So what was I saying? On Monday, guys. Monday next week. So the video on Monday will be another guitar, another electric guitar. This time from Ricotta. You guys remember Ricotta? I've done a few videos from Ricotta, but it was never a guitar because they've always just done like accessories, like wireless, or I don't even remember what else, a tuner or something maybe, various things like that. And they're always hitting me up like to do videos on things like the wireless, and I'm like, no, you know, I really don't like doing those kind of videos, like, you know, once in a while. But they finally released an electric guitar. So now Ricotta, it's like a Strat style electric guitar. It just arrived today. It's downstairs. I haven't even opened the box yet. So I can't even tell you guys, like, is it good? Is it not good? I only know like what I saw in the pictures on Amazon. It's supposed to have a humbucker in the bridge, like a humbucker and 2 single coils. And they have 2 versions that I saw on Amazon. So one with the humbucker and then another one where it's just single. And I asked them to send me the one with the humbucker, of course. So hopefully that's the one they sent me. So we will see, guys, on Monday, you know, Ricotta's first foray, is that the right word? Into, you know, into the electric guitar market. Finally, they've branched off from the accessories. We'll see if it's any good or not. And then I don't know if they have plans to come up with more models. We'll see. We shall see. Do I ever have feedback on your guitar like a grounding issue? Doroteo. Yeah, but if I do, that's usually because like the ground wire came off. So I take off the control plate or the little jack plate and check to see if sometimes, or even just like on the switch, one of the little wires like comes off, right? It's like disconnects, and then you just have to resolder it. So I've had to do that a few times. Cutting it close says came in late. He wants to know what I have for sale. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go through it again. Here we go. So just for you, cutting it close, every single one of these guitars is $75 plus the actual cost of shipping. So you would email me your address, and then I would get the cost of shipping, and then through PayPal you would send me $75 plus the shipping. Here's what I have available: the Bahamut Strat, the Kahaya Strat, the Acklot Telly, the Acklot Dinky, which has a little scratch there next to the binding, and the Acklot regular Strat. That's what I have. And my email, very simple, thebaldshredder@gmail.com. And if anybody wants a Ricotta t-shirt, back there, $20 free shipping. $20 free shipping. I have 1 medium, 2 larges, and 2 extra larges. There you go. A Buddy and Loki channel. Is Loki a dog? Tom? First I thought like Tom and Loki, like, husband and wife or something. Now I'm thinking Loki might be, or I don't know. Who's Loki? Wasted dude. I don't know what's sold at this point because I haven't gone in and read the emails. I know I did get a couple of emails, so I don't know which one people are asking for at this point. I will check it after the live stream. If you live down the street, well, Gable, you'd have to email me and tell me where you live. And then I'll email you back and tell you if you live down the street. And if that's the case, we could probably do that. Seabass bought a snowmobile instead of a guitar. What do you need a snowmobile for? When you get snowed in, you got a new guitar to play, right? That's better than a snowmobile. Can't plug in a snowmobile. You can't shred a snowmobile, or maybe you can. Maybe you can. Okay, ridiculous offers of the week, guys. Marlon's usually the one like saying, hey, you got any ridiculous offers of the week? He's usually the one doing that. So I'm going to look up some ridiculous offers of the week, and I'll read you a couple of them. Okay, let's do the intro. Where is it? Here we go.
The Bald Shredder presents Ridiculous Offers of the Week.
Okay, the first one. Let's see if I can find it. Okay. Hello, my name is Kevin, and I'm a member of the Creator Relations team. We focus on premium mechanical keyboards that are handcrafted with care to detail and quality, catering to enthusiasts and streamers who appreciate both functionality and design. We've been following your channel and believe your content would be a great fit for showcasing our keyboards and a 100-second integration in one of your future videos. We can ensure I think they meant to say remuneration, but they swapped the M and the N, at your regular rates. Well, I charge $5,000 an hour. Deliver you one of our signature keyboards to feature, and we're interested in building a continued relationship. Wait, I should make the heart sign. Continued relationship if the initial integration performs well with your audience. Now, guys, I had to look up on Google, what the heck is a mechanical keyboard? I'm thinking keyboard, piano, electric piano, but music channel, keyboard naturally, right? No. I looked up what's a mechanical keyboard. It's one of these. It's what you type on your computer. Okay, so no, I didn't reply to them. Let's see. There's another one. Where is it? Okay. Now this one at least makes a little more sense. They all start off the same, Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Young, and I am reaching out to you on behalf of our brand, and we are dedicated to creating high-quality audio and tech accessories. Okay, yeah, the possibility here. We were impressed by your great videos and the way you inspire and engage your audiences with your captivating content. Is it true, guys? Is it true? Am I inspiring you with my captivating content? You have to say yes. We believe your exceptional talent and influence would be an ideal fit. We'd like to invite you to try our new product, which is a over-the-ear wireless Bluetooth headphones with active noise canceling. We'd love to send you the product, blah, 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 YouTube video, unboxing, blah, okay. Now, that's okay, but guys, how do I demonstrate the sound of headphones in a video? How would I demonstrate that? You would just have to take my word for it. I've got the headphones on. Oh, yeah, guys, it sounds amazing. Oh my gosh. Oh, so good. You won't believe. Crystal clear. Whoa, best headphones ever. Yeah. Just take my word for it, guys. Really. Seriously, I swear. I'm not making it up. They sound amazing. How do you demonstrate the sound of headphones in a video? Anyway, those are the ridiculous offers of the week. There was another one that just came in yesterday. I won't read it. I'll just tell you about it. This is from another company wanting me to do the head shaver video. I've done 2 of these already. I've done 2 videos for head shavers. Now here's the thing. If I do a video for a head shaver, it's essentially just a commercial for them, right? This is not a hygiene channel. This is not a, how to take care of your bald head channel. That's not the focus of my channel. It's guitars and stuff like that. So if I were to do another video on a head shaver, you're gonna have to compensate me, And when I replied back and I was like, okay, I can do it, but here's my rate for one video for a head shaver. And they were like, oh, sorry, sir, we don't have any budget, but maybe later. I was like, okay, all right, that's fine. That's kind of what I expected them to say. And actually kind of relieved because I really don't want to do a head shaver video right now, but anyway. So that takes care of the ridiculous offers of the week. Alrighty. Hey, we got Captain Craig in there. What's up? What's up? Shred and shave my head at the same time. Well, that would be kind of hard. I mean, I could just do like legato stuff with my left hand and then shaving my head with my right hand, some pull-offs and hammer-ons. That would be pretty tricky, though. It's kind of like walking and chewing gum at the same time. I don't know if I can handle that. Rick asking if I know of any more Solace Max models upcoming. I don't have any information. So if I can get my head out of the way, that one right back there, that's the one I did the video on. That's the Solace Max. As far as I know, that's it. I mean, I'm just guessing here, guys. Totally guessing. I have no information. But if I were to guess, I would say it's probably going to depend on how well that one sells, right? So if they sell and people like them and it's a good response from you guys, then I would imagine that they would do maybe some other models. Again, I'm guessing. I mean, he could have other models like in the works right now, being made at the factory. I don't know. He hasn't told me. He hasn't asked. There's a lot of things that I'm going to be asking him at the NAMM show coming up in like 2.5 weeks. So I plan to get a lot of information from Leo at the NAMM show. And of course, I'll have a video after the NAMM show telling you, what I found out. And so we'll see. We'll see. All right, guys, I am going to try to pay attention to the chat here. If you got any questions, comments, burning issues that you want me to know, put it in the chat right now. Put it in the chat right now. And while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to once again show the guitars that I have available for sale. $75 plus shipping. Email me at thebaldshredder@gmail.com. There's this one. There's this one. There's this one. There's this one. And there's this one. Any one of those, $75 plus the actual shipping. PayPal, friends and family. Do I have the inside track with Leo James guitar new models? Sometimes. But a lot of times a new model comes out, I didn't know. I knew the Diamonator was coming out because he showed me the blueprint last year at the NAMM show. He showed me on his phone. He had like the little blueprint, with the shape and everything. And I was the one that told him, I said, that's the Diamonator. I can't remember if he said Dominator or maybe I said Dominator. And then I went, Diamonator. And he actually reminded me, he's like, you're the one that said Diamonator. Like, he told me that in a message. So sometimes, but like all these new models that are coming out, I didn't even know about half of them. So you would think like I'm in constant communication with Leo, but that is definitely not the case. Okay, Craig talking about Lester's new video with Necessary Evil. Lester Mitchell, one of my favorite guitar players, another YouTuber. He's on TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff. Be sure to check out his stuff. And he does guitar lessons. Really good guitar teacher. Do I have an ETA on the Bald Shredder guitar? What's the Bald Shredder guitar, Shred and Shine? Oh, you mean the Monsoon. The Monsoon. From Leo James. I do not have an ETA because, like I said before, I got tired of saying like, oh, it's going to come out this month. And then 3 months after that, it's still not there. Only thing I know for sure is that Leo will be bringing me one of the Bald Shredder Monsoons to the NAMM show. So I should have one in my hands in about 2.5 weeks. As far as when they're going to show up on Amazon, I do not know. I do not know. Hey, Blue Mox, what's up? Better late than never. All right, JP. I'll be checking my emails right after this is over, guys. For those of you that emailed me about, wanting to buy one of those guitars, it might not be until tomorrow when I email you back like with the shipping info, because I'm going to have to go and measure the boxes and weigh the boxes. And I haven't done that yet. And it's going to be 8 o'clock here when I wrap up. And yeah, it'll probably be tomorrow morning when I get back to you on the shipping rate. So don't panic if I don't reply to your email until tomorrow in the morning. But I promise, tomorrow morning, you'll get an email from me. And if more than one person is requesting like the same guitar, it'll be like, well, whoever emailed me first, they'll get the chance to send the money. And then if they don't send the money, then I'll tell the next person, same thing, like that. Doroteo, my email, it's Jamie put it right there. Look, just look up in the messages, about 5 messages up. thebaldshredder@gmail.com. Mr. JW, yes, I do know when they'll be on Amazon. At some point. There you go. And that's as specific as I can get because don't know. Have I thought about having a custom double neck? I have not. I don't think I could handle a double neck. And those don't really appeal to me. Because obviously you can only play one neck at a time. I mean, that would be great for like live situations, where like in the middle of a song, you have to switch from a 12 string to a 6 string. But for me, just here at home recording, if I want to do something with a different neck, I just switch out the guitar. And I have a feeling, I like light guitars also. And I think a double neck would just be like insanely heavy. See you later, Dave. 6-string stinger. Oh, Loki, the dog. She said bye. Okay. Ruff. That's for Loki. I said bye in dog language. Any Stranger Things fans? Am I the only like sci-fi nut in the house here? Did anybody watch the last episodes of Stranger Things over the past week? They wrapped up, did the final episode. I watched it. The finale, the last episode, I don't want to say that it was great. It's really hard to like end a show that's like insanely popular and then you've got to do a final episode that makes everybody happy. It just seems like it's just almost impossible to do. And the final episode was just kind of like, you know. But I watched it. Get me a Michelangelo double neck. Yeah, like this, right? One of those. Or how about with 4 necks, like 2 down here and 2 up here? That would be crazy, right? The guitar, you watched it, okay. Retro Puffer, I agree. The previous seasons were better, especially the first couple of seasons. You want to know if you can lacquer your tornado. Yeah, the only tornado that had the high gloss finish is the one I have, the green one. The other ones have a matte finish. I mean, I wouldn't recommend doing that unless you really know what you're doing. Like if you know how to do finishing on a guitar body, then have at it. But I'm not a finishing expert. I cannot tell you like how to, the only thing I've ever done is like spray cans, and even that I'm not super great at. There you go, Doroteo. Stranger Things, Cobra Kai, everything with that 80s like nostalgia. I agree. I loved it. I watched all the Cobra Kai seasons, all the episodes, loved it. Stranger Things, yeah, I'm right there. Where's the one I made with 2 necks? You mean when I bolted like 2 guitars together? I took that apart. After I made the video, I just took it apart, and they're in separate gig bags down in my guitar room with the 50,000 other guitars. Tony, the creators said that there's definitely not going to be more Stranger Things. They have a cartoon coming up. And then there's supposed to be like a spin-off. Yeah, a spin-off. But not more seasons or episodes with these characters. That's what they said. But, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, who knows? Oh, Marlon, your niece worked on this series. That's really cool. Well, Marlon, when you get a chance, you have to finish it because you have to see how it ends up, right? Even if it's not as good as the first season, you still have to see how it finishes. You're a new subscriber. Well, thank you very much, dude. I appreciate it. And remember, guys, memberships are always available down there under the picture. There might be something that says join or whatever. And I do members only live streams on Sundays. And I will be releasing a new members only lesson video this week, probably on Friday, maybe Saturday. I haven't shot it yet, but in honor of Doroteo, Metal Mark there, if you guys see him in there, he became a member like this past week or so, and he was asking about the lesson videos, and I asked him, what do you want a lesson on? And he told me, and that's what I'm going to do the next lesson video on. Do I like the band Dio? Favorite Dio guitarist? Vivian Campbell. Vivian Campbell. I liked the first couple of albums, and then after that, I kind of, didn't really pay too much attention. But the first 2 albums with Vivian Campbell, those are pretty much classics, right? Rainbow in the Dark and Last in Line. And actually, I saw Dio in concert, but I don't remember what album he was touring for, but Craig Giuffria was already in the guitar spot. So Vivian was already out of the band by the time I saw Dio. And Megadeth was opening up. Did I like the hearing aid song? Of course I did. Yeah. I bought the VHS. Remember, it came in like a pink case. It had all the behind the scenes stuff. And I had like the big 12-inch single with the extended version. Yeah, how could I not? Marlon, I have not reviewed that Headless Donner guitar yet. I let my contact at the company know that I'm interested. Like, hey, I see this is out there and some people are doing some reviews. So, you know, if you're looking to get some more reviews, consider me. So I don't know if they're going to send me one at some point. We'll see. It might have been the Dream Evil tour. It's when Megadeth was touring for So Far, So Good, So What? And they had Jeff Young on guitar. So I don't know if that was the Dream Evil tour for Dio. I don't remember. Let me see if there's anything else I can tell you that's coming up. Well, there's the custom Ricotta with the ash body. Remember the ash body, the Strat, and the neck? I had them make me the body and the neck, and it was kind of like a brown, transparent, beautiful. That guitar is completely done, all assembled, all set up. It's got the Music Lily Pro loaded pickguard on there. Pickup sound amazing. I'm currently working on an all-new song, an original song for that video. So that might take me, I don't know, another 2 or 3 weeks or so. I'm hoping to get that out this month, but we'll see. By the way, I met Ronnie James Dio at the very first NAMM show that I went to when I was 17 years old. I was a senior in high school. It was January 1989. Yeah, first NAMM show I went to. He was there. He was just walking. He's just walking down one of the hallways. Wasn't being mobbed by people. Nobody was bothering him. He was just walking. I don't know if he was with Wendy, his wife. He was with somebody, but I didn't even know who she was at the time. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Ronnie James Dio. I took a picture with him, and I was like, the godfather of rock, Ronnie James Dio. He was super nice. So that's a good memory of Dio. I have the picture, but I don't have it ready to throw up on the screen. I'd have to look for it. Yes, I've had a few guitars with Kahler trims on them. And unfortunately, I sold all those guitars. I wish I still had one. Yeah, the Kahlers are really smooth. I actually prefer a Kahler over a Floyd. But they're also like really expensive, which is why I don't have any guitar right now with a Kahler on it. And I don't like the way the new Kahlers look. They're like a little bit longer and kind of it's like round in the back. I prefer the original Kahlers, which are a little bit shorter and more square. But they don't make them like that anymore. They just make the newer version. But very like functional. I do like the Kahlers. Okay, one last time showing what's for sale, and then I'm going to wrap up. $75 plus shipping for any one of these. This one, this one, this one, this one, or this one. And if you're interested in any one of those, you have to send me an email, thebaldshredder@gmail.com. I will reply to all emails tomorrow morning, guys. Okay. And I have 5 Ricotta Guitars t-shirts available, $20 each, free shipping on those, 1 medium, 2 large, and 2 extra large, if anybody wants one of those. Okay, guys, so that's it. Thanks so much for being here. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of your week. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, another Temu sponsored video. Sunday, members live stream, 4 o'clock. And then Monday will be the all new electric guitar from Ricotta. A lot of things, lots of stuff coming up. All right, guys, I'm going to do my countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.